before I embarked on this project with my chapter, I really didn't think about my kidneys. You know, I think about my heart, I think about my liver, I think about brain health, but the kidneys are just something that we don't always give enough love to, but that is going to change now. So I would like next to introduce Dr. Cheryl Rue. She is the president of the Beverly Hills West chapter of the Lynx, and Kimberly Noble, president of the Los Angeles chapter of the Lynx.
We are so excited because there is much in store for you today as we further hone our knowledge for kidney care.
Kidneys. How many of you know what kidneys do? Do you know where your kidneys are located on your body? What exactly are all the things the kidneys do, and why should we care, right? Well, we should care because Black Americans make up approximately 13% of the population. However, we account for 35% of the people with kidney failure in the United States. Today, you will learn about chronic kidney disease, also what we will be calling CKD. That's chronic kidney disease, and how to prevent it or slow the progression if you already have it.
I want to thank Dr. Ruth's Query, the Beverly Hills chapter, and the LA chapter of the Lynx for bringing this very important topic to Fame Church and to the community, because it is very important. It's near and dear to me because both my parents died of kidney disease.
We're really happy to be here as a partner. It is imperative that we understand what the kidney is and what it does to us, and how failing with your kidney function is a significant health issue.
There is a piece of paper that you will be given. It's called the pretest. Fill this pretest out. Then, after our speaker panel, we will have a post-test. It is for us to measure how much information you've actually received from us. The four simple ingredients in this juice are red delicious apple, red bell pepper, which is the highest form of vitamin C that you can get, the curly kale, the green kale that we see in the grocery store, as well as blueberries. Blueberry is excellent, excellent, excellent for kidney health.
We have 5 spectacular speakers. We're going to start off with Dr. Randall Maxey. Dr. Randall Maxey is a nephrologist, and he's going to talk to us about kidney disease in the Black community. The next one we're going to talk about is Dr. Richard Allen Williams. He is a founder of the American Black Cardiologists Association. Richard is going to talk about prevention and the impact of hypertension on kidney disease. Dr. Anita Mitchell, she's going to talk about the impact of diabetes on kidney disease. Dr. Vincent Anthony. Dr. Anthony is also a nephrologist, and he's going to talk about early intervention and prevention and treatment for kidney disease. And our last speaker is most amazing. Ms. Ajuri is going to talk about the path that she's gone through with kidney disease, from dialysis to kidney transplant.
Now, there are about 700,000 people in the United States on dialysis. There are about 30 million people that have chronic kidney disease. So that is also a growth industry. Of those people, even though the United States has mostly Caucasian people, with blacks making up 13% of the population, of those 600,000 people, 700,000 people on dialysis, 13% are African American. So about 40% of everybody on dialysis is black.
It's estimated that approximately 51% of the American population has high blood pressure. Over half of our population of 330 million people have high blood pressure. So, as far as we are concerned, that is, we black folks, we are at particular risk for high blood pressure and all of its ravages. We have the worst statistics in the world, and we have to deal with that and recognize what that means. One of the worst outcomes from having high blood pressure is chronic kidney disease.
Just a matter of statistics of the entire U.S. population, about 12% of the population has diabetes. And of that 12%, we represent a bigger portion of diabetics in this country. Diabetes being a condition where there is either a decreased production of insulin or a decreased sensitivity to insulin in our bodies. And there's no question but that lifestyle modification can affect diabetes 100%.
The first thing I will say is that everyone has to know what their numbers are. We've been spitting numbers at you since the outstart of the presentations here. Everyone should know what those numbers are. Because you don't feel anything, you really need to know what those numbers are, and you need to know what they mean. So blood pressure is one thing, blood sugar is another thing, but we really talk about the number creatinine or GFR. Let's stick with GFR. That's function. That's just a fancy acronym for kidney function. So when that number drops, consistently drops, that's the meaning of chronic kidney disease.
I found out in my 20s I have PKD, or the potential, and there's no cure. All you can do is try to slow the progression down. So, I had 2 kids, I was busy, raising kids, didn't really have much time, there's no cure. I mean, like, what can you do? I had high blood pressure. So fast forward into my 40s, I said, perhaps I should do something about this. There's no cure, okay. So I decided to make a change, start living a much healthier lifestyle. I started exercising. I started with literally walking, then I was running. I ran a couple of marathons. I was spinning. And I basically said, I have this invisible disease, and the only thing I can do, literally, is just try to make myself as healthy as possible.
What is exercise, and what exercise should we be doing?
Obesity is replacing tobacco as the #1 risk factor for cancer. When we talk about exercise, the recommendation is 150 minutes per week.
Have there been any studies or information about how the kidneys are affected if you've had COVID?
COVID is an inflammatory disease, and a lot of people with COVID who were severely sick got kidney disease.
I am a radiologist, a special type of doctor that reads imaging.
Your
Ultrasound of your abdomen, which includes your kidneys, is read by a radiologist. Your CT scan of your abdomen and pelvis is read by a radiologist.
Everyone have their tickets ready? We've got some $50 gift certificates now. 2396360. All right.
Dr. Ruth Creary is a past president of our chapter.
At this point, we're going to move to mental health and exercise. Does someone remember how many hours or how many minutes a week? Yeah, 150 minutes a week. Antonia M. Rout, the 2002 Winter Olympic torchbearer for inspiring others and exceptional service work to the community.
7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Victoria Moran. She's a licensed clinical psychologist, completing her studies at Howard University.
So I want to talk about some of the psychological tools that you can use if you've been diagnosed with a chronic illness. And one of the things I really like is the 4 N's. And the first of the 4 N is saying no. Something else that's shown to elevate your mood is being in nature. Another thing that you can do if you're feeling in a low mood is nurture yourself. And then the last thing is doing something novel. Something new can really help you.
As you depart, we have one other meditation. Where is Lisa? Oh, here we go. Lisa is a professional sound bath person, and she is going to bring our mood down.